Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Katie Morgan, and this is where I help professional women break free of paralyzing anxiety, self-doubt, and feeling like an imposter so that they can reach their full potential in their careers. And today I'm really excited to talk to you about how anxiety affects your body. So what do we need to look out for? How is it affecting our physical body? And why is this important? So the mind and the body are intimately connected, and anxiety is not necessarily a bad thing, but it is a bad thing when it's prolonged. And we've all heard of our fight and flight system. It's called our parasympathetic system. And this is the system where our cortisol is surged into our body, our adrenals spike, and we're ready to, flee from the tiger that's going to attack us. The problem is our bodies were not designed to be in this state constantly. And because of this, it can have a number of negative effects on the body. First and foremost is our digestion. Our digestion is so intimately connected with our minds that, it's often referred to as the second brain. Think about when you feel those butterflies in your stomach. You really, our gut instinct. There's so many references to our guts and our brains that they're very, very highly connected. Furthermore, 95% of our happy hormone is created in our gut. So, which seems crazy, but if stress is having a negative effect on your gut and your stomach and your digestive tract, you're going to lose that happy hormone and you're not going to feel, which can lead to depression. The issue is that when we have stress hormones in our body and we're in that sort of fight or flight state, our digestive system actually completely shuts down. And what this means is that you're, first of all, not actually digesting the food that you eat. So this can have some serious, in numerous ways, it can have some serious impacts. First of all, if you don't have if food is left undigested in your gut, essentially, it turns into toxic gases, which can cause bloating, stomach aches, constipation, IBS, which is a really common symptom when people have anxiety. But furthermore, which people don't really take into account, is actually you're not getting the nutrients from your food, which can mean you can make yourself, even though you might have a really great healthy diet, if you're not digesting your food, you're not getting the nutrients from your food, ultimately you're malnourished. And this can, lead on to problems elsewhere within the body because you're not getting the right nutrients, minerals, etc. Also, our immune system. So when we're in a state of constant stress, our immune system is highly weakened. Again, this is because essentially our bodies were designed to run away from danger or to fight danger. But most of the time that danger wasn't there. So we had enough time to sort of keep calm and be relaxed and then only have these essentially hormones released into our body when we need to go into action. The problem is that the way that our bodies were designed is everything else shuts down completely. So when it comes to our immune system, everything that's going to fight off, colds or flus or, God forbid, anything worse, that system isn't there working at its optimum. It's essentially completely shut off. Also, when we're in a high state of alert, our body actually uses up more of the stored minerals that we have, like magnesium and zinc. So essentially, if our anxiety is prolonged and ongoing, we're using up these stores of minerals, but we're not replenishing them through what we're eating because we're essentially malnourished. And certain of those minerals, zinc, for example, in particular, is an important mineral in helping us to keep our immune system strong and healthy. So you can see the sort of vicious cycle that goes on there. You're being depleted, you're not replacing them. Those minerals are there to help you keep a strong immune system, get ill. Next is slightly lesser known, but it's actually muscle and joint. When we're in a state of stress, our muscles and our joints release minerals that are needed to rush to our heart and our lungs. As we increase our blood pressure, we increase our heart rate, we increase our respiratory rate, and these are all things that we need in danger. But large amounts of cortisol actually obstruct bone growth. They obstruct calcium absorption, which can actually lead to problems with osteoporosis, with brittle bones, and the problem we have here is these levels of calcium can't actually be replenished by what we eat. Other minerals that are, you know, absorbed while we're in a high state of anxiety or stress or fight or flight is magnesium. And magnesium is a mineral that helps to regulate your mood swings. It helps prevent fatigue and good quality sleep. It also stops muscle cramps. So low levels of magnesium can lead to problems in the joints and problems with muscles and pain in that sort of area. So that's definitely something to watch out for. Number 4 is our central nervous system. Again, you know, our bodies and our brain weren't meant to deal with continuous high levels of stress. And so what happens is with our central nervous system, we can, when we're in stress all the time, our brain becomes more sensitive to the stress or to anxiety or to events that are stressful in and of themselves. So this essentially means that we lower our resilience that we might normally have for certain events. And the issue with this is it can actually lead to panic attacks as things become more difficult to handle. You know, normal events become more stressful than they would have done otherwise. And finally, number 5 is our energy levels and our sleep. Long periods of stress can drain our body's resources. We might run out of adrenaline. We need adrenaline to sort of spur us on during the day, but once those are depleted, that can really affect your energy. Mental tiredness. Our brains weren't designed to be in high levels of stress all the time. So actually that can lead to mental fatigue. Physical exhaustion is another one where we actually hold all of the tension in our muscles. So our muscles are constantly contracted and, you know, taking a load. Again, that's not what they're designed for. So that can then become physically exhausting. We can also get really tired and lose our energy purely as a coping mechanism for the stress. So our body can make us tired and make us feel exhausted so that you get the rest and, you know, you can switch off and it can go into recovery mode. So again, you know, it's something to bear in mind that is your body actually making you tired on purpose so that it can recover? Sleep problems, staying awake at night, can't get to sleep, worrying, overthinking things, not getting the quality sleep that you need, waking up in the middle of the night. All of these things are going to affect how much energy and how tired you feel the next day. And finally, other mental health problems. So, you know, when we feel stressed, we're much more likely to have a low mood, feel depressed. The two go hand in hand, and these are huge energy zappers. So these were the 5 ways that stress and anxiety are affecting your body. I hope it was informational for you, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks very much.